Dean Blandino said that the NFL replay system once crashed because they were trying to plug in a microwave to heat up the stuffing on Thanksgiving. There was a 2-minute period during a Lions-Vikings Thanksgiving game where if something went to replay review, they would not have been able to do it because it was unplugged and a microwave was plugged in. And that is something that I think the world wasn't ready to hear, but was excited to hear that is potentially possible with how the NFL's replay review system goes. We never know what happens in there. We have no idea how some calls come back the way they do. Alberto Riveron last year, we thought he was potentially watching different games than the games he was getting challenges from. We had no idea how some. Now we're learning that it is potential that if you plug in a microwave to heat up some stuffing for a second round or a third or fourth round on Thanksgiving while watching football, you could potentially break the entire replay review. The Lions eventually won 16-13 with a Darius Slay interception to seal it at the end. But for 2 minutes during that game, if I'm the Vikings, I would challenge and contest that victory and say that there's no way we would have lost to the Lions if the motherfucking microwave wasn't plugged in, because we knew we weren't allowed to challenge at the time. How insane is that, though, that was possible at the time? And how did that not get checked by the millions and millions of people, I'd assume, that were a part of setting that whole process up?
Well, did the teams know that they were like, hey, we're down right now, the replay's down, you can't challenge anything?
No, but that would be awesome if Goodell just pops in the voice of God ear into like Chuck Pagano's ear or into whoever was coaching the Lions at the time.
Probably Schwartz.
Popping a Schwartz ear. This is Goodell. I am in my man cave eating M&Ms. You cannot review because a toaster just took down the replay system. Have a good day. What? And then he goes and fights the other coach. Isn't that what Schwartz used to do? He used to fight all the coaches.
Try to fight Harbaugh was awesome.
Yeah, Harbaugh.
How many other times has it gone down, you think?
I bet it's gone down more than we would think, but this is like when a lot of times people think everything's a conspiracy. Like, oh, there's all these people involved to try to screw somebody over. It's conspiracy. A lot of times, no, it's something like this. A microwave shut the system down, and it's just people like ignorance from one person or two people or someone messed something up. Like a lot of times people point to conspiracies for certain things when it's just human error.
It's wild. Alberto
There's a lot of money on the line. They can't let that happen again.
Alberto Riveron was one big human error last season, pal.
He's still there, though, right?
Yeah, he ruined the game, too. They took the pass interference thing out. Just because he couldn't figure it out doesn't mean somebody else couldn't. I mean, let's make the game better here. Those are massive penalties, and we have the technology to make sure they're correct every time. Why are we not doing that? And to add on, if I challenge something and I get it right, I should get that challenge back anyways. I shouldn't have to get both right or whatever to get another one. You should have a challenge. You should have two challenges until you're wrong. And if you get it right and they get it corrected and they do the XFL, transparent, voice of God thing down to the referee, that's how it should be. The XFL literally showed the NFL how to do their review process. Here you go. No microwaves when you're in the stadium. Can't do it. They actually, somebody at the stadium will actually bring it to you. That's crazy. And it's just a closed circuit with somebody who knows the rules with a better eye that can just wheel it down to Walt Anderson's fucking ear so he doesn't have to waltz over to the damn review thing 70, 80 yards away. Just bang, bang, bang. The fans know why you called it. I don't know why that hasn't just been adopted immediately. Like maybe even after week one. Commissioner, I think after the XFL debuted that week one, they should have been like, the NFL has decided we will be doing exactly what the XFL just did this past weekend with our review system going forward. It's like, that was just the answer. Now you find out the microwaves can take it down. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, pal?
Well, it's the rule's going to change, but it's going to be the NFL's waiting to make it look like it's their idea, and they didn't steal this from the XFL. Like, they don't want people saying, oh, you're doing the XFL type replay deal, right? And like, no, this is the NFL replay. Ours is much different. And then they're going to describe it, and they're going to describe the exact same thing the XFL did.
Yeah, but they do the Skycam, right? That was created by the XFL. Oh, yeah. They do that.
Yeah.
That's what everybody always talks about, by the way. They're always like, the innovative game, they created the Skycam the first time around. It's like,
have you ever been in the stadium and watched the networks set up the Skycam? That is the gigantic wires they have to put from the top of the stadium, all the corners. It's unbelievable, man.
I've hit one in a game. Not happy about it.
Skycam, that guy got fired.
Yeah, the wire thing.
You hit the wire or you hit the camera?
Hit the wire.
Oh.
Nobody knew but me, right? The returner. And I'd assume the guy who controls the thing.
Yeah.
So they didn't blow it dead?
No, but because it like hit it, it was spiraling, and then it just broke it up, right? But it still spiraled because it was going far enough. But it, I don't know, probably took off 15 yards, maybe 20 yards off the punter. Or
What if
whatever.
they play it dead?
That's money out of your pocket.
Where's it spotted at?
It was in college. Is that?
If you call it dead, where's the spot? Like if you hit the J World thing.
It's a re-kick.
Uh,
Wild. But yeah, that's an incredible innovation. I think hockey should do it every single game. They do it during the stadium series, and it feels like I'm going down with the shit. You know what I mean? Hey boys, we run the flying V or what? I'll be in the back. That's what it feels like, and you can see the puck and everything like that. But the hockey purists say it's not good for the game. It's like
Stooges.
They want the glowing puck back, right? The had the streak behind it, like the neon yellow streak or whatever.
best innovations that come in sports. First down marker line.
Yep.
Skycam's great.
Ball strike box is pretty good.
K-zone.
K-zone is good, and then that hockey puck. You know, whenever it had the flame flying around the boards.
You liked it?
Tennis replay is pretty good too.
Tennis replay is the next level. I don't know how.
The robot like machine replay that and they build up suspense too, showing the simulation of the ball. Oh, we got
VAR in soccer too, not bad.
The golf tracker.
Oh, the golf tracker.
Very good.
it. No, golf tracker might be the best yet because you have no idea when the camera's right behind him. The golf tracker's huge.
First down marker.
Yeah, that's good. But then how about like the weird? Hey, we're gonna make 10 yards a little different shade of
You mean
green.
the green zone?
The green zone was a bad idea. That one got murdered, and they cut it down too. They had the entire field. You remember they did the entire field, and then the internet was like, "This ain't it, fucking chief." So then they cut it down to just what they needed. They just changed it a little bit slighter, like it got a filter on that one area, and I can appreciate it. I don't mind. I don't think it really. That first week though, when they rolled that thing out, it was like, I don't think so, pal. I like the first down marker and the golf tracker. Now, if we're after this conversation has commenced here, I think I am in it for the golf ball tracker being stern at number 2.
Yeah, it's up there. And I like the graphic they show when a team, like how much yardage they need to get to field goal range, depending on their kicker who they have.
Oh yeah.
That is good.
You know, they'll like show the zone that they need to get to.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing's never accurate though.
Why not?
Well, it normally goes to the furthest field goal that they've kicked, right?
And they don't take like the wind or anything into consideration.
Yeah, like I guess it's good to be like, hey, they still have 27 yards until it's in an area. But if you like, there's some guys like Justin Tucker. What's his range if it's game winner? Probably 68, 70 yards and in. Like so, they're only going off of what his longest is. What 60?
Are they going off that, or are they going off what? Because they always say, they throw it down to the sideline report like, oh, I saw Justin Tucker in warmups. He made a 58 and a 62 yarder going this way, and the other way he made a 57 yarder. Like
That's
they
interesting
don't go off of that.
because if they're not building that graphic until after the game has started and they're reading the wind, I like it. I like it. It's in the area. I respect it. You know what I miss?
What?
The hang time clock. Let's go. Get the hang
That's
time.
gone.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore. It's always like a guy in the booth does it, and then he'll tell the play-by-play person. And the play-by-play person is always like Mike Black, who's a legendary spotter for everybody on ESPN, basically. He'll go like 4-8 or whatever, and the play-by-play person will be like, Mike Black, 4-8 on the hang time there.
Did they have that during your career?
No.
I was sad because I didn't remember it.
I don't think
But
so.
the
Should have, though.
the people calling the game have to like relate that somehow. Like I don't know. If you say, hey, 4.6 hang, I don't know if that's good. Do you think any casual fan knows?
No, because sometimes a play-by-play person, you'll hear him say something that's terrible. Booming 39-yard punt here, or whatever. I was like, well, that's a shank there. But like, yeah, you would have to. Maybe you have what average is PFF average, right? That'd probably be what Pro Football Focus average would be right next to it, or whatever. But then that changes on what style of punt. Yeah, so you have to have somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about to really make it make sense. But everybody I think everybody understands if it's near 5, good. Near 4, below 4, bad. I think everybody knows that.
I don't think anybody knows that.
Well, here we are, just learning people up. That's what we do. If
It's good. I didn't know what a good hang time was.
If it's around 5 or above, great ball. Obviously, depending on how far it goes, but you got to factor in about a 2.05 second op time. So your gunners have now 7 seconds to get down the field to the returner, as opposed to if you hit a 4-1, it's 6 seconds and everything goes down. And when you're talking about having to run 45, 50, 60 yards, that's why hang time is so important. And you can hit You see a lot of old school punters used to hit balls like 4.2, 65 yards. Think about the math there. What do they have? They have like 6 seconds there to get 65 yards down the field while somebody's pushing them. There's no chance of that happening. So they're going to give up a big return and a chance to give it up. But if that ball is a 4.2 at 40 yards, okay, so now you have 6 seconds to run 40 yards, that's probably going to be a fair catch. That's why the hang time should equate to how many yards it is. If you had a 4.0, it should probably be a 40-yarder. 4.5, 45-yarder. 5.0, 50-yarder. And if you go 5.3, 53, and things like that. That's normally how it plays out.
It's good to know. I didn't know all that. Look good, feel good, play good.
Play good, pay good, live good, die good.